Hey, welcome to Stuck in Beta.
Scary.
It is very scary. Hey, I'm Greg, and that's Josh. That's also is Josh.
Yep.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, we're here. This is, we started with some spooky music because, hey, it's that spooky time of year. It's Halloween time.
Yeah, you got your orange shirt on.
I do.
Well, and Monday is Halloween, so this is our last show before Halloween, right?
Ooh.
This is our Halloween episode.
Extravaganza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, with the amount of candy that's sitting in front of me, yes, you're right. It is.
I don't know.
It's like 3 gallons of candy if you measure candy by gallons.
What is this for anyway, Greg?
So, okay, we'll get right into it. This weekend, I went to a trunk or treat.
Oh, I saw pictures of your costume.
Yeah, I was the Riddler. Well, actually, so Molly works for a bank, and they had...
Who's
like,
Molly?
My fiance works for a bank, and they had all the people from the bank dressed up as kind of the Justice League.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, well, DC characters, I guess, because I was the Riddler. You know, I already had the costume from like 7 years ago.
So they did this around you.
Yeah, well, no, actually, they didn't.
I could see Greg writing an email.
Yeah.
Could you please do the theme? These are the costumes I have. Duffman,
Yeah.
the Riddler.
And they did 80s last year, so we couldn't do the Back to the Future thing. So Molly needed a costume, so I kind of got her to do be Raven, which is more just kind of a purple robe and mask, and it's a pretty easy costume. And I figured it wouldn't be uncomfortable.
You're shaking your head yes, like you know who Raven
I
is.
don't.
I don't either.
Well, no, she got really excited when people would know who she was, like when kids would walk by.
That's
They
cool.
go, "You're Raven," and she goes, "Yeah, how did you know?" High five, and then she goes, "You're my favorite character from Teen Titans or whatever."
Wow.
Oh, yeah, Jackson. I hate that show.
So there you go.
Can I make a disclosure before we go too much further?
Sure.
Okay.
Just based, we each have had a couple shots of
Pumpkin
hard liquor.
Pie Moonshine.
So we did that to prime the quality of the episode this week. 'Cause
Oh,
we went, or I went back, because I'm the one who cares, and watched the show from last week. And by the end of the show, our quality had gone up so high. And I directly attribute that from the amount of alcohol that we drank. So we are priming the show this week to make sure that our show quality is just the utmost professional and highest quality we can provide.
yeah.
Well, this is what the professionals do.
Yeah,
They get
oh,
drunk
I think
before
so,
they
yeah.
record
Well,
themselves.
I'm sure. Hey, Mike Shannon, what do you think he does?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You know. So, yeah. So anyway, this trunk or
Greg's
treat.
just like that.
Trunk or treat, the bank provided all the candy, so we had
Wow.
probably about, I think it was like $300 worth of candy, which
But if you buy the good candy, that's not a lot of candy for $300.
it was a lot of candy.
Yeah, I mean, the amount you
Yeah.
have here in front of us
So
is
that's-
a lot.
Some of it is stuff
Ooh,
that
there's
I
Rolos
already
in
had. Some is stuff
Yeah,
that
I love Rolos.
it is combined with that trunk or treat candy. But there was literally like 3,000 kids that went
Holy
through.
cow.
It was insane. So it was supposed to start at 6:30 and end at 8:30. It was 9:30, and there was still about 500 more kids about ready to go through the line. And we actually had tickets to go to Rocky Horror at midnight, and we're like, we took Gus with us. Gus was dressed up as Bat Dog, so he's one of our dogs.
Oh.
Yeah,
Our dogs.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
one big happy
So,
family.
were you one of the stingy people that only gave out like one piece of candy to
Well,
a kid?
I was holding on to Gus, letting kids pet him, so I really wasn't dishing out candy. But I thought, okay, this would be a good idea. One, because there's so many kids, we probably could have got away with giving a couple or 2 or 3, but we didn't know there were so many kids, and we had a lot of candy, but we didn't know how much we'd actually go through.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to tell. But it was a good time. We ended up with having to leave early, and well, we're just like, we're closing it up and leaving.
Shut the trunk.
Yeah,
Taking the candy home with us.
trunk's over. Yeah.
Thanks for the candy.
So
I went over to the Soulard Oktoberfest over the weekend, and I had never been to that before. Either of you guys ever been
No.
to Soulard?
no.
I value my life too much.
Well, this is
Yeah.
the new Oktoberfest because the
it
guy
used to be on the landing, right?
well, the guy who ran it for several years stopped. Like, there was something about it. Didn't do it this year. Or this was the first he wasn't doing it.
Well, so I don't know. From what I gathered, they were going to cancel it, and then they ended up having enough funds to put it on. I don't.
Maybe that's what it was.
The whole thing seemed really strange to me. It didn't seem very. I mean, I guess it was well organized, but I didn't really understand the point of it. I guess. I think it's to benefit the. I don't know, the business association of Soulard, which I know Soulard, for anybody that's listening that's not familiar with St. Louis area, is like a, what would you call it, like a
It's where AB is
community.
located.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a community within, pretty large, I guess, community right alongside the Mississippi River in St. Louis. But, so they, this
Where our big Mardi Gras parade is.
yeah, I guess that's what it's mostly known
Pretty
for. is
much
the Mardi Gras.
all little bars and restaurants. You can walk around that whole
There's
area.
a residential part of that,
Yeah,
too.
it's residential through it, but there's also all these restaurants
Yeah.
and bars, and I mean, it's a
Cobblestone
lot of the
streets.
cool places
Yeah.
to go to eat, to drink, are in Soulard.
And they
Yeah.
claim to have the second largest Mardi Gras parade to New Orleans. from
Yeah,
what I
I've heard that.
understand.
Yeah.
So it was right alongside Soulard Market for again, that's just the old time farmers market that's been there for probably well over 100 years, I'm sure, and it was in the adjoining property of that. And so the things that I didn't, well, to back up a little bit, we had to park pretty far away. It was pretty crowded, and we were a couple
That's
blocks
Soulard.
away.
Yep.
And we parked on the street, and as we're walking towards the tents and where it was held, I mean, it was incredible the amount of drunk people that we saw. I mean, like literally falling into the buildings. Like
What time was this at?
It was like at 2 p.m.
Wow.
It was crazy. Unlike Mardi Gras. I mean, this was
Yeah.
like I had never seen. I mean,
Mardi Gras is kind of like that.
Yeah.
Mardi
I
Gras
guess.
gets pretty crazy.
Yeah, I guess I hadn't. Maybe I didn't expect it. I guess I don't know, but not ever been there before. So we get a little closer, and there's like there wasn't really a whole lot to it. It was just big, long, what do you call it, like community tables set up. So it looked like, I guess, what Oktoberfest looks like in Germany. And so the thing that was strange was that the whole deal was you can get this giant mug. It's like a 32-ounce mug that says like Soulard Oktoberfest on it, and you can get it filled. But going into it, I thought that the mug filled with beer was only going to be $10, but it turned out that the mug was $5 and the beer was $10. So $30, and I bought 2 beers. And I was like, gosh, it was after you spend it, and then you're just like, holy crap,
Wow.
what did I just do?
Yeah.
And
For a mug you'll never use again.
yeah, I know, that was the thing. Is it's a plastic mug, and it's like one of
Oh,
those.
it's not even glass?
No,
Oh,
no.
jeez.
And and then refills on that mug were $9, so you get a dollar discount.
Only $1?
Wow, that's
Yeah.
a deal,
Yeah.
man.
So the funny thing was, they had a couple decent beers. We had Oktoberfest from Goose Island, and the Greg's shutting off the dehumidifier over there. So we both had the Oktoberfest from Goose Island, and it was a pretty decent beer. And then so we're walking around a little bit, and we walk into like I said, it was right next to the farmers market. Right, I mean, like literally 20 feet away from where we bought that $10 beer, well, $15 beer, including the mug. They had 2x4s of like everything for sale in there for $2.
Oh, my gosh.
$2.
Wow.
What beer did you get it filled with?
I didn't. Well, I got the Oktoberfest, and I didn't get any more beer after that because it was 32 ounces of beer.
Who's Oktoberfest?
Goose Island?
Oh.
You probably
was decent.
said that neither of us were paying.
Yeah, I said it twice.
Sorry.
It was decent, but it was just, and it was a lot of like the young. It was young and old crowd. I mean, it was all
Hipsters,
ages.
damn
but
hipsters.
yeah, I just didn't. I guess walking around, like we had an okay time. It was a beautiful day.
Yeah, Saturday was gorgeous.
Great weather. The other thing that was odd was that there was this upper tier to the property where they had this huge tent, and there was a big line, or not a big line, but there was a line to get in. And we walked up, and it was kind of single file, and everybody's getting these wristbands, and I thought maybe that was like what you had to do. And we walked up, and I was like, "What is this for?" And it was $5 a wristband. And the guy's like, "Well, it's to get up into the tent up here, and there's a little better beer quality and a little better bathroom privileges."
What do you mean better beer quality and better bathroom?
I don't know. So I was like, "Well, I don't know if it's another $10. I don't know if that's
Right.
worth it." There was a whole bunch of people up there, but I don't know what they were doing. They were just standing around like the rest of us. And
Peeing. In nice bathrooms.
Yeah, it was
I guess.
nicer.
I mean, we went.
They had a
and-
guy with a toilet paper over his arm,
Yeah.
going, "Oh, how many squares?" Or, you know.
I don't know. They had to make a killing there. It was just, like I said, it just was ridiculously expensive, and everybody was walking around with those mugs, and everybody was getting them filled. And those who weren't walking around with those mugs had the plastic cups that you like stack on top of each
Yeah.
other to be like, you know,
Oh.
Yeah. Look
you
how
know,
much
the
I
bros.
drank.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if I'd ever do it again. But the weather was beautiful anyway.
Well,
Yeah, we need to start drinking beer.
yeah, we have a couple pumpkins, you know, Halloween pumpkin, that I don't know which you guys want to start with. You have a preference? We have Crooked and Nimble, or Jacked and Nimble, I'm sorry, and Pinchy Jeek Barrel.
Wow. By the names alone, I have no idea. I'll go with the one that looks like it's easiest to open.
This one? Or this?
Oh,
Yeah.
I would say pry top is easier than that.
Okay.
Stopper top.
So this one's from Anderson Valley, out of Boonville, California. It's called Pinchy Jeek Barrel Bourbon Barrel Pumpkin Ale. It's a malt beverage brewed with pumpkin and spices and aged in wild turkey bourbon barrels. Barrels? Yeah.
Barrels. That's how you say barrels. Yeah.
Barrels?
It's a solar-powered brewery, apparently.
So while you're doing this, can I talk about my funny story that I want to talk
Do
about?
it.
Absolutely.
Nothing to do with me. But did you guys hear the story about the guy from Rhode Island that wrote a letter to the editor about women wearing yoga pants?
No.
It's this. Okay, so I pulled up. I mean, Greg, I'm gonna have to steal the control here. This guy wrote. He lives in a town in Rhode Island. Yeah, letter. Oh no, the computer's locked up. Okay, East Bay, Rhode Island, and it's this. I think he's like 80 or 90 years old, and he writes this letter to the editor, and it says, I don't think I'll read the whole thing. To the editor, the absolute worst thing to ever happen in women fashion is the recent development of yoga pants as a daily wear outside the yoga studio. Not since the miniskirt has there been something worn by so many women who should never have it on in the first place.
Yeah, I agree with that.
From casual, man, you're judgy.
Sorry.
From
It's
casual,
not for everyone.
From casual to formal, weddings, funerals, shopping, and even the workplace, yoga pants are everywhere on women all ages, usually paired with a blousey top and a ponytail hairdo. What a disaster. So this guy goes on, like the miniskirt, yoga pants can be adorable on children and young women who have the benefit of nature's blessing of youth. That's okay. I was expecting you to say, yeah, you're right.
No, I bit my tongue.
Yeah, but maybe
However, on mature adult women, there's something bizarre and disturbing about the appearance of the appearance they make in public. So this guy goes on to rail on yoga pants and how everybody wears them. I mean, there's a company out there now, a pyramid scheme, Lularoe, that's what they sell is yoga pants. Anyway, so he writes this letter to the editor in the paper, right? The next week, they find out where this guy lives. And there's a parade of like 200 women down his street on his sidewalk in front of his house wearing yoga pants just to piss him off.
so. Maybe that was his. Maybe that was his goal all along.
Well, I don't think that he would have had any clue that would have been the outcome of his letter to the editor. But hey, yeah,
Yeah.
I
agree with that to a certain extent, though. I mean, I'm sorry, they're not for everyone.
You cannot tell women what they can or cannot
I would
wear.
never tell a woman that.
not
I'm just
for
saying.
everyone, but some women may be at the grocery store after being at the gym
Sure.
Or
You know.
taking yoga.
or yoga. Yeah.
Yep.
So
But
it happens.
I will say my wife is one of them that wears them to work because she's a Lularoe
Really?
fanatic. Oh my
See,
god!
at our kids' school,
don't get
they're
Lularoe.
not. I don't think they're allowed.
Well, she's early childhood, so she's on the floor with the kids a lot,
Yeah.
and they can.
Oh, okay.
They dress up on Fridays, which is meetings and with parents and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, because the students certainly can't wear them at our.
Yeah, I think ours can, but only if they have something covering their butt.
Yeah, like all the way down, like
Yeah.
a long. Yeah.
So, getting back to this beer.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's
I
definitely.
thought that was going to get a lot more traction than it did.
Oh, I was
Jesus.
gonna carry on with it.
No, we can keep carrying on with it.
Okay, you want to talk about the beer? Go ahead.
But I just wanted to get your opinion.
It's
Extremely barrel aged.
That's about it. That's all I get.
I don't get pumpkin.
No, I get
no pumpkin, thankfully.
wild turkey. I get
Yeah.
wild. I mean, that's what it is.
Oh, is that
it
what
is?
it's supposed to be?
Okay.
In a wild turkey barrel?
bourbon barrels. Yeah.
Okay.
You probably said that and we weren't paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot.
Well, what was the
What was your last story about?
what was the what was the
Yoga pants.
remainder?
You know
of-
you were listening about yoga pants.
What's the remainder of the description on that beer?
That's it. Malt beverage brewed with pumpkin spices and aged in wild turkey bourbon barrels.
Yeah.
8%.
I don't. Surprisingly, I don't taste any spices.
To me, it's like heavily carbonated. Something on your tongue, you know that. I
So
don't know. It's
I find this
the maltiness, maybe.
I don't know.
I find this trickery a lot. Okay.
Uh-oh, trickery.
Get this. So they'll say, like it says, bourbon barrel pumpkin ale. Okay.
Yeah.
So you assume ale.
Right.
Then you read down lower, malt beverage brewed
yeah.
Oh,
with Red's
assholes.
apple ale
Right.
is a malt,
Malt
beverage as well.
Yeah, I'm thinking that flavor I'm getting. That's kind
That's
of
what it is,
Yeah, it's off-putting. Is that malty?
It is a little warm.
Are you
too.
off pudding? Or are you still eating it?
I'm on pudding.
You're on pudding?
Yep.
I was
I
wondering.
love pudding.
Yeah.
Pudding.
Do you eat your pudding whenever you're wearing yoga pants?
No, I don't wear yoga pants. They don't make any. Never mind. Never mind. We're not going there. We've been drinking. We're not going there.
See, yoga pants on a guy.
You almost got a really disturbing picture in your head.
They've got something going on in the front area.
Okay, Greg went there. I was going to say, they don't make a pouch big enough in yoga pants for me.
Ouch!
Well, what else are you going to put
What are
it
you,
in?
kangaroo?
What else are you going to put it in?
I'd say it's more of a sack.
Well, of course, that's what it is.
Yeah.
But where does the sack go?
Good thing. Never mind. Yeah.
No, but that is an
hot in
interesting
here.
story. I know. I feel it too.
I'm sweating. Molly, can you turn the fan on or air or
Turn
something?
the fan on.
The air conditioner fan. Your HVAC fan. Just get some air.
HVAC.
Hey, what's the alcohol content on this?
I already said it.
What was it?
8.5.
8.5. Okay.
That's
It's
strong.
not for barrel age. That's not
Yeah, that's
crazy
true.
high.
Yeah.
It's the lights in the studio. They're hot.
I know those lights. I need to switch
And
to
all
LED.
this makeup.
The
we're wearing.
makeup,
Yeah.
really. That you gotta get that shine off your forehead. So
Yeah, I
you gotta put
gotta-
a lot of powder on
Yeah, I
there.
know. It didn't help. Hell, we had 5:20 already. Do we need to bring Molly into the
we
studio?
need to get Molly here pretty soon. Hey, Molly, if you are in the
Josh,
green room,
We get to
could
meet
you-
Molly this time. This episode.
Wow.
Yeah.
Molly,
Meet her.
Molly, if you're in the green room, if you can head down to the studio.
Hey, go Tribe.
Go Tribe. I
Yeah,
agree.
you know what? You're bandwagon fans. You guys add nothing. You're not. No,
I'm not a bandwagon fan. I'm
bullshit.
I am.
You're not a- you-
fan of every team that is playing against the Cubs.
Yeah.
No bullshit.
There you go.
No, you're a bandwagon fan.
No.
No, you shouldn't even be watching the World Series. That's bullshit.
No, because you
I
gotta
want
what?
to see them lose.
Yeah.
That's fine, but you can't say that you're a fan of the Tribe.
I didn't say I'm a fan. I just said go Tribe.
No,
I'm a fan of Charlie
see-
Sheen and
Oh
Corbin
yeah,
Burnson and
great
Bob
movie.
Uecker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bob Uecker, great movie. But that does not translate to rooting for a team. I'm sorry. You're
I'm rooting against a
you're
team.
fake.
Therefore, rooting
That's
for
rude.
a team.
I think it's definitely I think it's definitely fair to root against a team.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
So
Will you celebrate if the Indians win? the World Series?
No,
This is falsifying rooting. This is. Stupid.
I'm gonna be like, okay, there you go. That's about it. That's the extent of my excitement.
Stupid.
On a related note,
Do you want the
Cavaliers.
Cubs to win?
No, I don't want the Cubs to win. I don't give it crap.
Exactly. Then you're rooting for the Indians.
No, I'm not. I don't care who wins. I watched the hockey game instead of the
said you
baseball
didn't want the
game.
Cubs to win.
I watched the hockey game instead of the baseball game last night.
Okay.
So the
Which was
Cavaliers,
awful.
Cavaliers won the NBA Finals last year, and
Are you a
then
basketball fan?
to an extent, my son is for
His
sure.
son's big fan.
And then so now the Indians are in the World Series. So that town, I was thinking that town's got to be really
Yeah.
just pumped. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just so excited. And then I was like, I wonder how the Browns are doing.
Oh,
They're the only team that is over.
really?
Yeah,
I didn't
in
know
the
they were that
NFL.
bad. I knew
Yeah.
they were bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so should you? Do you? Let me guess. You have intro music.
I don't have intro music.
Okay, we need sounds of like people puking. So
So
you want to tell everyone what was what? Why you got to go there?
I don't know.
So disgusting. Greg.
Disgusting. And Motley's even down here.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm sure you've all heard of Jelly Belly, the Jelly Bean company.
Love Jelly Belly.
They've got a little thing called Bean-Boozled.
Tell me more.
Okay, what they do, they have. Oh, she's giving me the box. I'm supposed to not know of the colors or anything. I kind of just know though.
So set it up. What
You
are we
memorized them?
doing?
I didn't memorize them.
he
So
didn't memorize them.
the way it goes, normally you would
Is anybody watching?
you would spin a spinner, and it comes to a color. Now in this box of jelly beans, like say you get. Well, I know this one's not in there. Say it's a black one. Okay, it could either be licorice.
Why are there no black ones? Is this? Do we need to start?
No. It's just flavor. There's none of those. So it could either be licorice or skunk spray. Now we don't have that flavor in this particular box, so don't worry about that one.
I don't understand why people think this is fun.
So we're gonna play this little game. I don't know how many we're gonna do.
Who vomits first?
What do we win?
An upset stomach.
Have some candy. That's
Well, we have the spit bucket.
We
here.
do
have a
puke.
spit
We do have a
bucket.
puke bucket.
and you need to put that up here because I
we
can't.
probably need to move the candy.
Yeah. So one of us. So what we're gonna do is my lovely fiance Molly. She is going to spin the spinner and give us a jelly bean. Are we?
And we're doing this with eyes closed.
Are we gonna close our eyes or just put it?
Hold your hand out.
Hold your
Close
hand
your
out.
eyes. Yeah.
Close it and just
Yeah, I like
pop
that.
it in your mouth.
We are not to look at the color.
What it is.
No.
No, don't
we're
wanna know
supposed
what
to
it is.
guess.
We're gonna
That's what
guess.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna try and guess.
Molly needs a microphone.
I'm sorry, Molly. I don't. So it's either gonna be a good flavor or a bad flavor.
And we have to guess what it is.
Yes.
If it's the bad flavor. which-
Even the bad
yeah,
flavor?
Yeah. So it has to stay in your mouth long enough to figure it out. And and then we ought to keep score.
I'm a fan of this.
We got to keep
How
score.
many are we gonna
Yeah.
do?
Three. What about
This is only
three?
an hour-long show.
Three. Let's do three each. Or two each.
Three each.
I
Two
don't
each.
We'll see how this goes.
Well,
What you looking
let's try one and
Give me the
see
crown.
how it goes.
I think we need to refill our glasses for palate
Well, here
cleansing.
I don't want any of that. I'll
No,
take
I'm-
some of the pumpkin pie
I didn't
stuff.
say I was giving you any of this.
Okay.
I owe you a bottle of
So
Crown.
Molly, you want to?
Molly's going to give us waters.
Oh, she's got waters.
You gotta kill the flavor, man.
Yeah, I think you may need to kill the flavor, but it may help. Okay, you can go ahead and dish out what.
All at the same.
Should we all get
No,
the
'cause
same?
Then I'll know from your reactions.
Just spin the spinner and whatever you
See,
get.
we did this so Molly could not play favorites.
Right.
We think she likes every one of us, but we know she likes Greg more than you and I, Josh. So,
Oh,
she's on
she
the
just
fence.
gave it. She's on the fence.
so he was either going to get screwed every time with the bad one or get all the really good flavored ones.
Yeah.
So to keep Molly honest,
she
which
doesn't-
I have no doubt she's not honest, but
There's no way of her knowing just by choosing a color. You don't know if it's a good
she's
flavor.
got the box that has the key on it.
Yeah, but if it's a blue, it could either
Right.
be a good or a bad.
Right.
Oh,
You
I thought they were distinct.
No,
Oh,
you
okay.
can't tell at
Okay.
all.
All right.
So
She's putting together
This is
three.
put- yeah,
She's very methodical and scientific.
she's
in
got
her
an assortment.
methods.
She's not
She's-
cheating anyone.
Her flicking is very precise.
Okay,
I bet she flicks Greg's
Good,
nipples.
and here
just
they come.
Oh.
Great.
I close my hand so I can't even see the color.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. I turned away.
All right.
Do we? Well,
Same
do we
time
want to
or
all
one
do
at a
these
time?
same time or one at a time?
Do one at a time.
All right.
Let's
Are,
go.
Molly,
Go,
are,
Greg,
are
go!
any of us the same?
They're all no.
They're all different.
Okay.
Okay.
Go,
you want me
Greg.
to start?
Go,
Yep.
Greg.
He's nervous.
Okay. Tastes like green apple
Green apple, he says. Okay.
Bastard.
or lime.
Oh, he failed.
Lime.
Hey, no, you lost.
Oh,
He
whatever.
said green apple.
All right. Here we go.
Oh,
They
concerned
gave
look.
a weird look.
Jalapeno.
Huh.
Grass.
Grass.
Something green.
Let me see yours. No.
What was it? I have no clue. Was it supposed to be good or bad?
I don't know. It could be either one. It's
Oh,
one of two.
what are my options?
Well, now okay.
Moldy cheese or caramel corn.
That was not.
See-
well, that could have been caramel corn.
Okay, well, this was my prediction: is that not knowing what to expect, we might not even. It's a psychological thing.
Yeah, that
So-
could have been caramel corn. But I like blue cheese.
Here
So I
comes-
don't. I wonder.
But moldy cheese.
but that's blue cheese.
Here I go.
Okay.
All right, here goes Josh.
Maybe he gets a bad one.
I hope he gets a bad one. He's sulking. Oh, he's got a grimace. I think it's bad.
Oh,
He's holding his hand
Yeah,
to his
maybe.
head. This is not good.
what is it?
Vomit?
No, it's not vomit. It's like
Skunk? No, you said there was no skunk.
No skunk.
it is like a weed or something, like grass or dirty weed.
Dandelion?
Um,
Boogers?
boogers.
Oh,
No, I don't know what that tastes like. To me, it tastes like grass.
It could be juicy pear or booger.
juicy pear
I don't think it's
booger.
a pear. I think it was a booger. I don't know.
Pear is equally gross.
It was bad, but
All right, I'm willing to go
You
another
got
round.
through it.
Yeah,
Okay, let's
yeah.
do another
Hey,
round.
should we do a shot after every round?
I don't have any. I have a.
We
beer.
we need palate cleanser.
Yeah, well, little of
It
this.
is stuck in my teeth. Those boogers are stuck in my teeth.
Yeah, whatever mine was stuck in my teeth.
All right.
All right,
Well, you
Set
know,
us up
you-
with another round,
just
Molly.
swallow, just swallow it like a pill. You won't.
that wasn't nearly. Yeah, that's true. That wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, just wait.
Yeah, well, one of us is going to end up getting screwed.
I hope it's Greg.
I hope so too.
Thank you.
I think Molly ought to set him up.
But
We
like
could
I
probably
said-
pay her to do it.
All right,
Zip her a 20 under the table.
here we go.
Go, Greg.
Go, Greg.
The apprehension.
so nervous.
The apprehension
I
is
know.
setting in.
Okay. It's not been bad.
I think he got lucky again.
Yeah.
A little
Not
grimace.
sure.
What do you got? What do you got? Good or bad?
I don't know.
Pleasant or poor?
It's got a weird. I think this was moldy cheese.
Molly's shaking her head. What
Oh,
do you
it's
got?
something bad.
What are his options, Molly?
Stinky socks or tutti frutti.
It's stinky stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's spitting it out.
spit it
You couldn't
out.
handle the stinky
Oh,
sock?
come on.
no, that's pretty gross.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Oh.
Here we go.
It looked like something bit your face.
It's definitely
idea?
it's definitely a strong.
Definitely bad. Is that the
I don't
smell?
think it's bad.
Is that coming from you?
It may be my stinky stock breath.
Oh. You don't know if it's bad?
I think it's good. What were
Really?
the options?
Chocolate pudding or dog food? Canned dog food.
I have no idea. I'm guessing chocolate pudding. I don't know.
Oh.
It should smell like dog food if you...
Here, smell my breath.
No, I don't want to.
I don't know
All
what it
right.
is.
Here I go. Oh my god.
Oh, he's gagging. There's a gag. Oh man. Oh. Oh my
dear
goodness.
God.
Oh, there you water, beer. What do you need?
Oh my God!
Drink the Crown.
Oh
my God,
yeah.
that
Do you
was
need
horrible.
Crown? Here, burn that off. Burn that off.
Oh.
Holy cow!
Okay, what do you think it was?
Wow.
Oh, dear God.
Dear
I
God.
have no idea. I'm guessing barf because that's what I wanted to do.
Rotten egg.
Oh, rotten eggs.
rotten egg. Oh.
Jesus.
What's the good option of that? Like buttered pop? Okay, yeah.
Oh, my God. That made my eyes water.
I think I'm ready to say we're done.
Oh, my God.
I'm good to call it quits.
That, I mean, I literally didn't do anything but split that in half, and it was like,
That's strong.
oh,
Man, yeah.
ugh.
I'm scared.
I still had a taste in my mouth, too.
I'm ready to quit. If you two are.
Sure, yeah.
Okay,
I don't think I can handle anymore.
You know.
God, I don't want to lose all that candy that I just ate.
Yeah, that's true. That'd be awful coming up.
Yeah, bring the good candy
And I'm
over
telling you
so
what.
we could cover that up.
If you would have puked, I'd have been right behind you. I cannot deal with puke.
I don't know if we should do any more.
I think
Yeah.
Molly, for being such a gracious hostess, and the Vanna to our Pat Sajak,
Yeah, that's
she should do one.
Oh, yeah, she should do one, too.
Pick the least objectionable flavor. The dog. If what I had was dog food, it was not bad at all, Molly. What was the first one I had? Both.
Isn't there a dead fish one?
Oh God, that'd make me.
oh God, man.
That turns my stomach just thinking about it. Molly, I think I really do pick the least offensive and do it and see what happens.
Well,
Okay.
What do you get?
Toothpaste or berry?
Oh, I've had
Toothpaste
that.
or berry?
That is not bad at all. It's either minty or berry. So your options are pretty good.
Berry.
she
you're
got
so
berry.
lucky.
Boo.
Of course.
Of course.
Rigged.
Yeah.
Well, that
Wow.
was fun. So
Josh, I am really glad I did not get that.
we should figure out a way to incorporate this into like some sort of a game, like when,
Bean-Boozled. We could call it Bean-Boozled.
No, I'm saying when something within the show, like
Oh,
Greg
shit.
said anyway.
Oh,
again.
yeah, that'd be
Grab a-
great. Pick a keyword, and if anybody says
But
it,
you
Greg
can't-
has to eat it. No, I mean it doesn't matter who says it.
No,
but
no,
Greg
no.
gets to eat it.
You got, yeah.
Greg says like.
Yeah, that's true.
Come on.
Or here we go.
Can we do that
Here's
in
the
real
thing.
life?
Here's the thing. That's what it is. Here's the thing. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's so freaking
Aw,
distracted right
Greg,
now.
We love you.
What are you doing?
He's pouring the other beer.
Pouring a second beer.
So you didn't talk about
Here,
it, but
I'll-
it had.
Here,
So-
I'll finish this.
This
Oh, never
is it Crooked Brewing? Crooked Lane?
Thank you, Molly.
Thank you, Molly. This is Jacked and Nimble Imperial Black Pumpkin Ale. Ale brewed with pumpkin spices, aged in bourbon barrels.
So
Another
I'm
aged.
okay. For as miserable as that experience was
Yeah.
for you,
Give me these giant heads.
Sorry.
the
here, you
video,
take
That's all right.
the video on the playback is going to be outstanding.
I hope
Yeah,
so.
you really.
you wretch.
Gave a
I mean,
face.
you had that.
I felt like I was gonna throw up. I was really close. That was pretty bad.
So
I
you-
got rid of it like in a second. I mean, it just
Yeah.
split in half, and I had to get rid of it.
That's
immediately.
amazing that it was that.
Yeah.
Like you broke that
Yeah.
shell and it was
yeah.
that
was
fast.
it. That was it. I didn't
Huh.
even. It was still one piece whenever I spit it out. I didn't even like break it into two pieces, two halves, or
Wow.
anything. That was bad.
Man,
All right, so tell us about the beer again, Greg.
This is
we're not
our-
going to listen.
It's I just said an ale brewed with pumpkin spices and brewed in bourbon barrels.
Yeah.
It is what's the percentage? Limited release 2015. Oh, this is from last year. Black pumpkin ale pours dark.
It's got more pumpkin than the last one.
I haven't tasted it yet.
I still don't find it appealing.
Salt Lake City, Utah.
It's probably better than that rotten egg.
Yeah,
Jelly Belly you
definitely,
had.
definitely. Yeah, not much of a
I mean,
pumpkin
there's
flavor.
a flavor there, but I
Yeah.
don't know what the flavor. I don't find it appealing.
Isn't it weird the two that I just randomly got from the store because they were bomber bottles because those are easier to share. They just don't have much pumpkin
Yeah.
appeal.
Yeah, nothing to them really.
Yeah.
And in fact, I don't really pick up as much barrel aged flavor out of this
No,
one.
I agree.
As the
No,
last one.
I agree.
Just almost
So-
like a stout.
Are you guys typically fans of pumpkin beers?
As the season comes, I think maybe like one, because you always like, it's almost like a marketing scheme. Like you just kind of feel
definitely.
like,
Because it can be a very strong flavor.
Oh, yeah.
And we're drinking this pumpkin pie
See,
moonshine too, and it's sweet, but I think it's really good.
I
is.
don't care for that either.
but it tastes exactly like a pumpkin pie. You have to
sure,
admit that.
yeah, and I'm not a pumpkin pie fan.
I'm not a huge pumpkin pie fan either, but that one is. I mean, it's spot on. Just like which is it, Schlafly or O'Fallon?
Schlafly's like drinking pumpkin.
Yeah,
pie.
that's a really good
yeah.
one.
It's
I mean, there's
really
lots
sweet.
of good pumpkin beers out there. I just didn't
My favorite
choose
is
two for us to try.
that pumpkin smasher. I think
That
you
one's
like
good.
pumpkin smasher.
Is that the one
Is that from Crown or Big Eddie or Big Muddy?
That's Big Muddy. I thought Crown does a stout,
They may.
a pumpkin stout.
It is
It's really good.
Yeah, and it's really thick and heavy. I think it's like it's like 9% or something. It's pretty.
What was that, about 2-3 years ago? We did like the pumpkin. We did like about 15 pumpkin
12 beers in
episodes.
one night. Yeah.
You can see it on the Beer 30 Beer 30 TV channel.
Yep.
Man, there was some
Pumpkin beers.
just a lot, and it just you're like
Everything from an ale, like a light ale,
to
cider.
ciders,
Yeah.
stouts.
Everybody's doing it.
So what else we talking about, boys?
Well, while we're on the subject of eating candy, and jelly beans are candy, right?
Sure.
Hey,
Hey.
it's Halloween coming up. When you were a kid, what did you like? What did you love having in your trick or treat?
You sprung this on us. We need time to
No,
prepare for
if
this.
I got it. It's Mounds, man. I've
Mounds,
always
really?
loved Mounds.
You like
yeah,
nuts?
I still love it. Almond Joy has nuts.
Oh, I thought
Mounds
had-
don't.
Jesus, man.
Sorry.
You know why?
Because sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
I've always, as much as I hate the combination of peppermint and chocolate, I love the coconut and chocolate.
Yeah, I can
I
see
think
it.
it's fantastic.
Yeah, I hate peppermint chocolate
Yeah,
as well.
me too.
I would
Oh,
say
you
it's
guys
probably
are weird.
Snickers. Maybe Sugar Daddies.
Sugar daddy.
The little like M&M size Sugar Daddies, not the Sugar Daddy on a stick. The little ones.
Yeah, I would. The funny thing is, I have a bunch of them right here. Kit Kats were always my favorite,
Yeah, that's a solid.
and the ones I hated, those orange and
Necco
black
wafers.
No, I thought there was Mary Jane's orange and black wrapped.
I like
Like
those. It's like a peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Oh, yeah.
I love those.
I like
Really?
those too.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are
Ooh,
good.
Those are awful.
No, those are
It's like
good.
No,
crap
those are
candy.
good.
Yeah.
Like every old lady
Yeah.
house
Yeah.
that you
Yeah.
would visit.
It's like a
They'd be
taffy.
like, "Here you go."
It's kinda like a
oh,
saltwater taffy.
Never
Yeah.
mind.
No, I like
Yeah,
those.
those
Yeah.
are good.
No, they're no good.
Because it almost tastes like it had peanut butter in
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I
great.
agree.
Yep.
I am so surprised because I thought that was world renowned to be awful.
No, Necco wafers are the most hated candy.
What is that?
Necco wafers. I know you've had.
I probably know what it is. I just
They're
don't know my name.
little round.
tastes like sugared cardboard.
yeah, they're little round
yeah,
wafers
yeah,
in a
yeah.
sleeve.
Yeah, those are pretty lame.
Useless.
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 That was what my mom bought as cookies. I bought you some cookies.
Really?
Necco wafer.
Necco
Yeah, they
wafers?
were available at the Save-A-Lot of the street. So, yeah,
Here you
Huh.
go.
yep.
So,
What do you have? You keep,
I don't know. I was gonna say I have a few sweet truths about candy.
Truce?
Truths. Did you know that the Mars family?
Wait, do we have theme music for this?
No. Did the Mars family who brought you the Snickers bar in 1930 owned several racehorses? Their favorite Snickers died right before their new candy bar launched, so it was named this in his honor.
That's
So you're
sad.
eating a little bit of a horse.
You're
every
eating a
time.
little bit of a horse.
in memory.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I don't need to read all
That
this.
is a
No.
great. That is.
That's a we can
Snickers
we
is
can close that.
it's the
episode.
number one
That-
one candy bar. It
Yeah,
really is.
no, I
Yeah.
agree. And their advertising campaign of the sometimes you're not
Oh,
yourself
yeah.
until
Yeah.
the one with Betty White. Damn, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
The Joe Pesci one. I remember.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good too.
Yeah, they're.
But
funny.
It's just a salad candy bar. It's got everything.
Salad candy bar.
Salad, and, it's got a little lettuce in
Isn't
it.
that what he said?
Salad.
I didn't. I say salad and salad about the same. So
It's hard.
Salad.
whatchamacallit is actually my favorite.
That's a good candy bar. What's the Payday? Payday was my favorite for a long time. I like the peanuts.
Yeah.
So what did you guys dress as when you were a kid? Like,
Hobo.
did you have a favorite hobo? You were always a
Go-to?
hobo?
No, I wasn't always a hobo, but I remember that.
I was a skeleton
I think
a
I was
lot.
a Voltron one year.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you
but it
have
was
like,
homemade. It was. I think
Yeah.
it was homemade.
Really? That's even cooler.
Yeah, I had a homemade Ghostbusters costume.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I'm
it was
surprised you
basically
Don't have it in your costume cabinet upstairs.
It was basically a backpack.
I just remembered my mom made me Yoda.
Oh,
Homemade.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That had to be like in the early 80s. I was probably like 5 or 6.
That's cool.
Yoda. That
So
was
you
cool.
have the green makeup on, or
I think I had the green mask. I had the Yoda mask, but everything else was homemade.
Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, because he wears basically like a like a brown
Yeah.
sheet,
Yeah,
like,
a
any
Yoda.
Jedi.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jedi robe.
Everybody was a ghost with a bed sheet.
Yeah.
At some point
Ghosts
or
a
other.
lot. I seem to remember being Jason a lot.
Yeah,
Maybe
that
it when
was
I
an
a little
easy
older.
one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Wear some flannel
It's not
and
like you were
and
8
a
being
mask.
Jason.
What?
It's not like you were 8 when you were being Jason.
No. Yeah.
I did a lot of. See, I live near. So the high school, Fox, their art department would paint kids for free.
Really?
Yeah, they'd paint their faces. So a lot of times I'd go up there and just paint it as a skeleton. And that's, so my brother's 8 years older than me. He was in high school when I was still trick-or-treating. So
you went up there to hang out with your brother?
No, he'd go, here, let me... I think he must have been in the art program or something.
Program. What else we got?
You want to jump into what we've been watching?
What you been watching?
Big Bang Theory, Westworld. I've watched the first 3 episodes of Westworld. I
And
think.
I'm like 2 behind.
All right, you've only seen the first episode?
First 2.
Oh, okay. Well, you're only one behind.
Is
me
this the
then.
one with the robots?
Yeah, the
Okay.
HBO robots
Yeah.
in the Western setting.
Western.
It's pretty weird. I mean, it's pretty out there, but it's good.
The thing I like about it, it's
The
very...
sex.
No, I mean, like any HBO show, there's going to be a lot of boobs. I mean, that's what they do. And
That's what you like about it.
That's why he watches HBO.
No, what I like about it is the whole mystery. It kind of reminds me. I love the show Lost because of the whole mystery. There was all.
Well,
there'd
that's
be
probably
like
why
there's
you
this
like
weird little thing, and
Whatever
then
that stupid zombie show you watch is the mystery. You like the
eh,
mystery.
it's
and
not
the-
much mystery because I read the comics, so there's a lot of stuff I know already.
Well,
'Cause you're
speaking
smart.
of Walking Dead.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're still 15 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh man, we have a lot to go through though.
Hurry the hell up.
We're
We're
what
still
else you wanna
watching.
talk about.
We're still watching This Is Us. Great show. You should check it out.
I'm not gonna watch that.
You didn't like it?
Annette's watching it. I'm not.
You really should.
I don't like to cry.
It is a show that I felt that
It touched your soul.
it touches your soul. No, I'm just saying that it's people say, Mike, man, we're really bad about checking the messages on our YouTube feed. He said one more round while we're doing the jelly beans.
And
he says
our
we
fans
should-
were speaking to
I know.
us.
He says we should watch Black Mirror. Now I've watched.
I heard that's really good.
So I've watched one episode. The first episode, so Black Mirror, if you don't know, it's an anthology. Anthology show. Is that
Anthology?
right? No. Is that how you say it? It's kind of like Twilight Zone, where every episode is different. Nothing pertains
Oh,
to the
okay.
next.
Okay.
So you don't
Like-
have to watch them in any order.
Okay.
Now, the first episode is the most screwed up episode you've ever seen in your life. It is so messed up.
Like dark or boob or
Hey, we had a good streak going though. You know,
Man,
13.
This was our best damn episode.
13 episodes, and this is our best one, and it just
Well,
Derailed.
I'm waiting for it.
waiting for what?
We should start over.
I'm not going to say that.
Come on, take 2.
You know,
Take five.
you know he's going to.
Yeah.
Okay, are we back? Hey, we have sound.
Hey, sound!
Are we too loud? Greg sucks at this. Is that what you're gonna put?
Josh wrote that, not me. Josh, the other
do-
Josh.
Is sound okay? Okay. All right. So there's.
Black Mirror, starting over.
Let's get back.
Here we go. We can start over. Let's start over.
I'm not starting over the whole show. There's a lot. We had some technical difficulties. Sorry, power was off.
Yeah, who's freaking?
I didn't plug in the laptop. I'm sorry, and then I didn't turn in on the sound for the second
It
time.
was a lightning strike.
Anyway, keep going.
Yeah. Black Mirror, first episode, very screwed up. It was a show by the BBC. Netflix took over. Now they're making episodes. They just released 6 new episodes.
Is it what they're calling season 3?
I'm not quite sure how many episodes there actually are seasons.
Mike, screw you.
At least do some rotten
No.
egg jelly beans again. No, we're not going to do that.
I volunteer you two to do them.
Nope.
You volunteer us,
Yeah.
thanks. So, yeah, that's something to watch.
So we need to go over by about 8 minutes.
Hey,
Wow.
so I know you put this in. It was pretty interesting about AT&T buying Time Warner.
Yeah. So that's really interesting. So AT&T is going to buy Time Warner for some crazy amount of money. They're already saying that the FTC is going to have regulatory issues with this. So it's going to be interesting to see how AT&T spins this. If they're going to spin off another service, if they're going to spin off part of their current core business, like a wireless, cellular service,
So
so they can do this, or what they're really trying to do. Now, just hold on.
okay, hold
Interest-
my horses.
Interesting point. Today, I think, AT&T announced during a press conference that they're coming out with their own streaming online subscription service.
Right.
And it's hosted or going to be serviced through DirecTV, similar to Sling, PlayStation View, that kind of stuff. $30 a month and over 100 channels is what I'm hearing online.
Now, if they have
Almost caught you.
Yeah, almost.
if
Almost
they have
have been a
Time
Jelly
Warner,
Belly.
if they have Time Warner,
They have
Warner,
HBO, TBS, TNT.
I mean,
now.
they have all the Turner networks. So
Yep.
you get TBS, the Cartoon Network.
Get Max.
They own the NBA. The NBA, anything NBA is
Major League
broadcast.
Baseball playoffs.
Yeah, on TBS. Yes, they do Turner Sports.
A lot of the Olympics.
I mean, there's a ton of,
No, Olympics not anymore. That's NBC.
but and
Wow,
Warner-
CNN, Boing,
Well, CNN is part of the Turner Networks,
NASCAR.
but Warner Brothers Entertainment too, so they could actually put
Oh,
different movies and stuff.
interesting.
So here's my thing: if they have that amount, they could probably get better deals for the consumer.
It's not going to translate to better deals for
You
the
don't think
consumer.
so? Because
No.
here's
AT&T did not buy Time Warner
Oh, they
so that
didn't.
your cable bill would go lower, Craig.
No, but it's another thing they could add.
No, they're
they
not gonna
have
do
their bundles. You
No.
know, they're hey, you get wireless,
Yeah.
you get AT&T wireless, you get
Yeah.
internet, and you get DirecTV. Well, they could, instead of DirecTV, they could say you have this online service, and then when they're working, like Sling TV, PlayStation View, Dish Network, Charter, all the different cable networks, satellite companies. Want access to HBO, the Turner channels, they could say, well, why don't you give us a better deal on
Right.
the ones that you own, So it could work out in the long run.
It's not going to translate into a better experience for the home user. it's going to translate into more dollars for AT&T.
Yeah, but you don't think
from royalty and rights purposes.
But you don't think AT&T is going to want more people in their network?
They will, but they're not going to pass on that. If they save money licensing some other service from a provider, they won't pass that savings on to the user.
But you could, say you're an AT&T customer. T-Mobile does this now with streaming Netflix and all that. Doesn't AT&T
I could
do
totally
that?
see that.
DirecTV?
Yeah, I could totally see that where AT&T could say, you're not going to get charged for
HBO
data.
Go, free. You're watching
I don't know about that.
Any of the Turner NBA games?
Now that I
free.
could see. Yeah.
NBA.
Right.
Free. They could...
It won't charge your data, is what you're saying. For
right.
Free. Yeah.
A lot of data.
Now I could see that.
And they could start,
But
you sign up with this plan, you get HBO free.
But the customer is still going to pay.
They're going to pay. But I'm saying they would be able to negotiate some better deals on their end.
And that's where it would stop. They're not going to pass that savings.
I think it may translate.
You're still going to pay through the nose for AT&T wireless service. You're still going to pay through the nose for DirecTV service after your year subscription special pricing is up. They're not going to change that process.
But it's very interesting that AT&T would go after. I mean, they're basically providing all the pipes. Now they're going after
content.
Content.
Yep.
It's
definitely a shift.
Yeah. Verizon kind of does this because they own all the AOL networks.
Yeah, who uses AOL, Grandma?
No. I mean, I'm not saying because AOL includes stuff like Engadget and Lifehacker and all the maybe not Lifehacker, but a lot of your blogs and stuff that you probably watch or read that you don't even know are owned by them.
Okay.
Neat.
Next story.
Neat. Next story, Mike.
Did you just try to do a mic drop?
I did.
Okay. Keep moving.
I just found this out before the show. Hey, remember Saturday morning cartoons?
I do.
Loved them.
Yep. That was in the good old days.
That was the shit, man. I
refer to.
recorded them on VHS so I could watch them through the week.
Yeah. I remember getting up by myself.
At 7 a.m.?
Yeah, going in there, laying down on the floor, turning the TV on.
Fruity Pebbles?
Laying down on the floor and just nobody else was awake. Parents weren't awake yet.
Yeah.
Just laying there and just watching, what was on next. And, wasn't there two, was it all three major networks?
Yeah.
Or just the two? Yeah.
All three. And then when, you had ABC, CBS, and NBC, and then Fox came around. And
then they had to start doing educational bullshit on Saturday mornings.
Yeah. Well,
really, that came along. Yeah. But that was late. Yeah, but it was
that's what's
later
on now.
in the day, though, wasn't it?
Well, no, I mean now. That's the downfall of society. There's no Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah,
there's no
right,
cartoon.
Right. You nailed it. You nailed it right
that
there.
Social media.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, where I was getting
Cartoon
at,
Network.
Continue your story. Yeah, Cartoon Network sucks.
So, I don't have an opinion on that.
You will when you have kids.
But, remember Muppet Babies?
Yeah.
Did you watch
of course.
that?
Absolutely.
Of course. That's one of the big ones. That was.
You betcha.
So they're rebooting Muppet Babies.
Really?
Do you know that?
No.
Apparently not, because the story just came out.
Right before the show.
Right before the show.
Breaking news.
Great. Yeah, he gets alerts about Muppet Babies.
Yeah.
I do. Any time there's a Muppet Baby, I don't know what to
Headline.
say. Yeah, headline. I get an alert.
Newsflash.
So if you look at our, it isn't coming up, is it?
Nope.
Yeah.
Apparently we're frozen on there.
Froze us up there.
What were you gonna
What
say?
the hell? Uh-oh.
I was trying to show you the picture of.
It's okay. We know what Muppet Babies look like.
Well, so see, Bauman could see.
Is it
the big-headed anime kind of thing?
They almost look kind of three-dimensional, and they actually have texture to them like a Muppet. Like,
okay, so it's not like actual
Flat
Muppets.
animation.
It's still like cartoonish.
it's still cartoonish.
Yeah.
It's animated.
Yep.
But they're kind of texturized and kind of in 3D, so they look like a actual Muppet. But I mean, that's the only photo they've
Really?
given. But it's supposed to debut in 2018.
Holy cow!
Wow, 2 years
It takes that long?
Well,
Is it going to be on Saturday mornings on CBS?
No.
At 8 a.m.
I doubt that.
That'd
Yeah,
be freaking awesome. if
remember
they-
that?
I
when
tell you
it was-
what, if they brought that crap back,
Oh, that'd be cool.
But it says it's going to be on Disney Junior.
There's nothing but crap on. I mean, it's news.
and
if you if you
and
wake
it's
up on a Saturday
educational,
morning-
it's that ESN bullshit that it's like Wild Kratts and
And Saved by the Bell.
But that's
no,
Yeah,
there's
I
no
wish.
Saved by Bell
I
to be
wish.
found.
it is on Saturday mornings.
Where?
What?
On 4.2 or 4.3.
Oh,
Well, yeah, that's not a.
But the
yeah.
but the
Says
regular
EI.
Wildcats and the who's the zoology guy from
that
Ohio?
old guy. Man, I can't remember his
Man, you're
name.
a
What the
hater.
hell's his name?
I hate
He's
animals.
not.
It's all educational crap. Kids
Who
get
wants
that,
to learn?
No, they get that crap
No,
through the
I know what you're
week.
saying. Yeah, and it was like, what did it run like from? What did it start like 7 a.m. or 6
yeah.
a.m. 7?
Seven.
Oh,
It was
seven
six,
probably?
I don't think. I think
It
was
could have been.
I remember waking up too early, like on
Yeah.
Saturdays when I was
Yeah,
really late,
right.
and like going in there and like turning on the TV, and it was like whatever the paid
church.
programming or whatever.
Yeah,
You're
like,
oh
I
no.
don't care
And
about
see, they
this
could
mom.
still do that. They could do the news from like 5 to or
Oh,
even 6
man.
to 7, and then start cartoons at 7 a.m.
The news, Saturday morning news is on until like noon. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
no,
know
I
what-
agree.
It was up until literally like last year. The I guess the CW still it may have been 2 years ago that they had cartoons on Saturday mornings. But
Really?
They were the only one.
Oh yeah.
Probably pretty low budget cartoons.
Yeah. Well, they had Voltron,
Really?
the newer
I didn't know that.
newer
Crappy
Voltron. Yeah. But then, well, Netflix got it, and it's really good. You should check it out.
Oh,
Yeah, there's
might do
nothing
that.
like Saturday morning cartoons back when we were young, man. Ghostbusters and
Man, I can't even remember what they. I mean, I remember Smurfs.
Just the Bugs and Tweety
Smurfs.
show where they'd play old,
yeah,
Yeah,
Warner Brothers
And that stuff
cartoons.
was like at
And
that
then-
time it was 20, 30 years old, right?
Yeah.
You remember then wrestling came on Sunday afternoon.
Right after.
Yeah, man, that
Yeah.
was great. WWF, Hulk Hogan, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and damn,
Yeah.
that was good shit, man.
Yeah. I just remember Smurfs. That was
That
like
was
man,
good
I-
TV.
Smurfs must have been my favorite. I think.
Wrestling.
Do you remember how
Hacksaw-
Channel 4 did the Saturday Supercade, where all the cartoons were video games? They had like Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
They
do
had
remember that.
Frogger, Donkey Kong Jr., Pitfall.
I don't remember
Wow.
Pitfall.
Yeah, I don't remember Pitfall.
Was
Wow.
there a pole position show too?
I don't remember
there was
that.
like
I remember
a bunch
Pac-Man.
right in a row. Yeah,
Huh.
yeah, it was
Ghostbusters.
Good old days.
Good
Man,
old-
we would record that stuff on VHS and
Really?
watch it over and over and over again. Yeah, that was awesome.
I'm sorry.
And the kids nowadays don't have that. They
Yeah.
have YouTube and Jimmy Fallon
Yeah.
reruns and
Jimmy Fallon.
and Jimmy Fallon.
Jackson loves Jimmy Fallon. I
Yeah.
mean, he's comical, but nah.
Meh.
It's not like Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Back in my day.
I don't know.
It was every damn network. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the thing.
I know. You're right. Now
Apparently,
it's news.
Yeah.
so what was
And all it is people shooting each other. You know that's all it is.
so was the reasoning for the Saturday morning cartoon? I mean, obviously they had to
Google.
advertise.
Google it. See when Saturday morning cartoons stopped.
Really?
Well, I'm curious. I bet you it's
It had to be something cable related.
93.
No, it says NBC ditched it in '92.
There you go.
But ABC lost it in 2004.
No.
Weekend Morning 2004.
No way.
CW, a lower tier bracket, was the last holdout. Okay, let me get to the. I'm telling you,
End of an era.
CW was the last one. This is on Gizmodo.
I believe Gizmodo.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
But the quality of cartoons went down drastically.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or we got older.
well, that may be.
Yeah, CW is a final holdout. When was this article written? This was 2014, so that was 2 years ago.
I'm sure it was crappy cartoons.
Yeah,
I see that.
it says Sonic X, Dragon Ball Z, Digimon. So a bunch of
New Age crap.
faux Japan.
We're having technical difficulties.
Okay, I think.
The show's gonna have to be like 2 hours long, and we can get an hour worth of decent content.
Okay, I think we're back
Yeah,
up.
we're back.
Okay.
I don't know when we got lost, but we were.
Mike hasn't said anything in quite some time. I wonder if he just like gave up on us.
Probably. Yeah, the YouTube live stream is good.
Yep.
Okay, so from all we can tell, NBC ended Saturday morning cartoons in 1992, which I could believe that.
It was a 50-year plus run, Greg. Yeah, it ended officially ended in 2014.
Do Google search for most popular Saturday morning cartoons and see.
a little demanding.
Shut up! I don't have a device. You have a device, and Josh
You have
has
a
a
phone.
device.
You have your fancy new phone.
It's
You
in
want-
my pocket.
Oh, you can't pull it out.
Pull
I
it
even
out.
put you on the. I even put you on Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you did. I don't want to use my battery. So
All
we're
right,
looking
here
up
we go.
top
Most
Saturday
popular.
morning.
Hey Arnold.
I don't remember
No,
that.
that
Yeah.
was not top
That's what it
Saturday.
says. The 50 greatest
That's a-
Saturday morning cartoons.
That's a Nickelodeon
All
cartoon.
right, hang on.
Boo!
Ooh, look, Smurfs is right there.
La 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 la.
Pokemon.
Pokemon's bullshit.
Oh wait, this is going.
You're
from
at 50.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the problem.
Oh, this is gonna be. All right, hang tight.
Scroll down past
Here
all
we
the
go.
ads.
Oh, whoa, hang on.
So wait a minute.
There's
Do we,
number four.
should we
Top-
get?
Okay, let's
Okay,
say.
okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Top 10. Let's do
Guess
top 10. Yep.
Okay, so 11 says SpongeBob.
Bullshit.
Well, that's not a Saturday morning.
And SpongeBob's awful.
Nickelodeon from 99 to present.
Bullshit.
All right, so number 10.
Doug, love that show.
That was on ABC, but
Yep. Nickelodeon from, it says 91 to 96, ABC from 96 to 2001. Wow.
I don't remember.
you know what I loved?
I don't remember that.
I loved Captain N, the Game Master.
I don't know what you're talking
All
about.
right,
Who's
The
next?
kid who
Who's
got
number 9?
sucked into the.
Super Friends.
that sounds like a Greg show.
Yeah, that's a Greg show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
I do remember that. Yeah,
The
I watched that
Hall
too.
of Justice.
Number 8.
Animaniacs.
Animaniacs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
was
I
an
remember
after.
that.
That was an
That was an
after
after-school show. Yep, like
Was it?
3:30, 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
We
good
are
stuff.
Animaniacs.
We got baloney in our.
Oh, there's my show.
Smurfs. number
81 to
7.
89. Wow.
Huh.
really? That was your
Smurfs.
show?
I don't know why. I think
You had
my-
a thing for Smurfette.
Smurf,
I
of
bet you.
course, yeah. Papa Smurf.
You had
You
a
had
thing
a
for Papa Smurf?
Oh, yeah. Oh, how could we
Scooby-Doo.
forget? That is my favorite
Yeah,
right there.
Scooby Doo is
It's
awesome.
1 year, 1969 and 1970.
Yeah.
But they reran that forever.
Yeah.
and there's so many iterations of Scooby Doo.
They still do new ones on TV Land or something.
Yeah, and look how old that was. It was like 8 years
Before we were born.
Yeah. And my mom always tells me how I used to, like, I'd be coming home from preschool, and I don't know if it was like midday or afternoon, and she'd always tell me that I want to get home and watch Scooby-Doo. Yeah,
It was He-Man for me. 3:30.
Oh, He-Man. That's my jam.
Bugs Bunny Roadrunner. That's a
Yeah,
given.
definitely.
78 to 85.
Yes.
Oh,
Batman.
Batman.
Oh.
Eh.
That
Yeah.
was an after school one too, but Batman the Animated Series is an excellent show.
Okay.
That's
Take your word.
That's where
Yeah.
Harley Quinn came from.
92 to 95?
You downloaded
Yes.
those, don't you? They're on your.
I have all the
Fat Albert.
Yeah.
What is this?
nothing.
Fat
I
Albert.
don't-
Yeah, those were good. I like
vaguely remember
Yeah.
that. I thought that
Yeah.
was kind of mean. Calling somebody fat. DuckTales.
DuckTales.
Yeah,
But that was
great.
another one, wasn't it? That was an after school.
That was
Yeah.
after school on a Disney
Well-
afternoon. However, do you know they're
Saturday
remaking
morning
that,
cartoon?
and that should come out this next year.
Great
All
show.
right. What do you guys guess was the number 1 show? Have we?
Okay.
Man, I don't know.
Voltron.
Wait, no.
That was an after school show.
Saturday morning.
Well, this is Saturday morning and after school because it's got DuckTales
Yeah.
and
Man,
I mean you got He-Man, you got
the real Ghostbusters.
yeah, that's
Oh
not gonna
man,
be
I
number
remember
one.
watching that.
Yeah,
With
that's a
some
great
pudding
show.
And some. My grandma would make me like pudding
Some
after
pudding.
school. Yeah. Or a jumbo pretzel and watching Ghostbusters. That was a good.
Yeah,
time.
that's a good show. I don't know what's number 1.
All right,
Break
here we
it
go.
to us.
Oh,
yeah.
Teenage Ninja Turtles. That
Ninja
was good.
I
Turtles.
don't buy that. I think there were
What?
better shows.
That was good.
It was a good show.
It was a good
Yeah.
show, but there were better shows.
The original Teenage
this is
Mutant Ninja
87
Tur-
to 96.
Hey, this is pop culture from complex.com. So
Yeah.
I don't think
I
you
think
So
there
it must be
there were-
correct.
There were better shows. Was
All
Bugs
right.
Bunny on there? Bugs Bunny wasn't on there.
Oh, yeah, it was. It was number like 9.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, so we started at 10. Go up a couple. See,
All right.
see
Well,
what's
Bugs
11.
Bunny was.
Is there any Saturday morning that
11 SpongeBob. Screw that.
Garfield and Friends.
Yeah, that was on
good.
Saturday.
Yeah, that
morning.
was great.
Yeah.
Let's go through these kind of fast. Keep going.
Number 12. Number 13 was Disney Adventures of
Man, I
Gummy
remember
bears,
those.
bouncing
Gummy
here
bears.
and there.
Yeah.
Bobby's World.
Bobby's
remember
World.
Bobby's World.
Yeah, that was good.
That's what's his name?
Howie Mandel.
Howie
Yeah.
Mandel.
X-Men.
X-Men.
Oh,
I don't remember
yeah.
watching that.
That was
Greg probably loved
me and my
that.
mom. My mom would be up early watching that.
She liked
She was a
Wolverine.
huge fan.
Yeah, Our Real Monsters.
Yeah, I don't even remember
I,
that.
that was a Nickelodeon show.
Oh,
Richie Rich.
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
I remember that.
4 years. That was only on for 4 years.
If you're just
He's
tuning
clear
in,
from the
you're,
Cadillac Cats.
you're listening to us react to a list
Tom and
of
Jerry. I remember
cartoons.
Tom and Jerry.
Oh, Tom and Jerry. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. All right. Well, we've beat this to death.
Yeah,
We've really
we've
beaten
kind of
it.
gone over.
All right.
I think
Well-
we're good. You want to wrap it up, homie?
Well, hey,
where
you know,
where can you find this?
it's
I
a
mean, they've already found it because they're listening
it's
to
a
us.
Halloween episode.
Halloween episode.
Halloween. Do any of you have any traditions or stuff that you like remember from Halloween?
So we started this new thing. We started carving pumpkins in the in so they look like faces. We call them jack-o'-lanterns.
Oh,
Wow.
This is new.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pumpkins.
Wow.
Huh?
Yeah, pumpkins.
Pumpkins.
No.
They're useless
Are
fruit
they?
or vegetable. I don't know what the hell they are.
Are they readily available
believe
this
it's a
time? of
Yeah,
year?
you can find them at the Walmarts.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
really
Aldi has them cheaper.
interesting.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, and they're pretty good. I mean, they're decent pumpkins.
Now, what do you do with the insides?
Throw it in the trash. Oh,
You
here we
don't,
go. Here we go.
You don't
No,
bake your.
no, we don't bake our seeds.
No.
Sorry, we're not Susie Homemaker
Okay,
like Greg. Here we go.
so we're
Here's the
coming
thing.
to
Here's
the,
the thing.
we're coming to the final moments of the show.
final countdown.
I wanted to talk Walking Dead.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. I am gonna tune out.
If you guys
ya.
don't want to hear any spoilers,
He just knocked over his mic.
if you don't want to hear any spoilers, you probably shouldn't listen to this last couple minutes because we're going to be talking about
Way
it.
to lose listeners.
So
Yeah, nobody watches Walking Dead.
no one watches that show. So if you want to find us, go to youtube.com/beer30tv or go to beer30.tv.com. Oh no, beer30.tv.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got it.
Don't forget, don't do the .com like I just said.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I got the hiccups.
He's got the hiccups.
All right.
Walking
Greg,
Dead.
I just
so
okay, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say we were left last season. There was all the survivors, Rick's crew, lined up on their knees, and a new character, Negan, comes in with his baseball bat.
Lucille.
Lucille. It's wrapped in barbed wire, and he has to take care of one of them. He's doing an eeny, meeny, miny, mo game with all the last survivors.
Most of them, yeah.
And at the end, we're wondering, who does he pick?
Who is dealt that final fate?
Yeah.
And without even really giving any spoilers, to me, the only reason why I wanted to talk about this was because it was so graphic and
This was-
gruesome.
That's the biggest complaint I've read.
I
that they
literally
don't,
had
like-
to shield my eyes. I'm not kidding you.
Like they
I'm
jumped the
not
shark
kidding.
almost.
So
It freaked me out. I was scared to death. I was shaken.
Were you really?
Yeah, I'm not kidding you. I am not kidding you.
you had to watch something a little more friendly
I
afterwards,
watched
right?
Friends afterwards.
you had
A very great episode, a very fantastic, funny episode, and I still could not fall asleep. And then I woke
Wow.
up at 2 a.m. and could not get the image out of my head.
So
I'm not kidding.
I'm gonna have to say, they added. Should I say who?
Yeah,
I don't care.
everybody
Okay.
knows.
So at first, Abraham gets it.
Which I was disappointed about. I liked him a lot.
And then I told Molly, I'm like, it sucks that Abraham had to die, but in the comic it was such a bigger thing when Glenn died. And then like not 2 seconds later he goes, well, you didn't follow rules. So
it was because what's
Daryl punched him in the face.
And
that he led, and it was frame for frame from the comic.
Really?
Exactly what happened. His
eye
eyeball
popped out.
His eyeball is bugging out, and he's like, Maggie. That's exactly what happened in the comic. And it's a heartbreaking loss, right?
To me, I don't really care. I'm not that attached to the character, so to speak. I mean, I think they all need to like move on. It gets old, but the graphic gruesomeness of it to me, I was like,
the show.
I don't watch it.
Honestly, afterwards, I was like, man, my kids are watching that with me. My 10-year-old son's sitting next to me, and I'm covering my eyes, and he's watching it, and I'm like, oh my God, what is going on with our... I mean, we're talking about Saturday morning cartoons, watching the Smurfs, and I'm sitting here on a Monday evening watching...
for their benefit, AMC, it's an MA. It's a 17 and up show.
So he's saying you're...
No, I'm a bad
No,
parent.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's
my
kind of
family
sensitive.
loves that show.
It's sensitive to younger viewers.
Yeah, and it was easier to watch when it's just zombies. I mean, there's no problem. I mean, going back to the with the governor when he slices off Herschel's head. I mean, it didn't. It's kind of like whenever we go back and we talked about Children of the Corn, when it would show something, but it would like do the cut scene, and then you would see the after effect.
You don't really see it.
No, this was like, I don't know how, it was freaking incredible how they did it. And I was like, I mean, it turned my stomach. I just...
Kind of like the rotten egg.
They did a little camera trickery, but there was some, you're like, man, he's still beating that head in.
Oh, it's gross.
And
it was so gross.
And even towards the whole, when Carl, he put the line on Carl, and you're like, oh my God, what are we going to see that?
Yeah, I know.
So, I guess another spoiler in the comic. Should I?
Don't spoil it for the... I didn't read the comic.
Okay. Well, this is long ago before we're even there. Well, anyway. So, to me, it was a very intense episode, and I think it had to be done because it lays a groundwork that Negan is a bad, bad guy. He is worse than the governor. He is a horrible man,
I read a lot of like online blog type stuff about this though, and they claim that he's not a bad guy.
He's very bad.
They say that he is just like the leader of his group, and he feels like this is the right thing to do to like lay justice because there is no law anymore. So it's like just the natural order of things, which I don't necessarily agree with, but that's a bad sign.
What was that?
Yeah. Low-cut blouses are looked down upon in this establishment.
Yeah, it fell.
But anyway, I don't know. For what it's worth, you asked last week what kind of things scared you, and I remember going back and catching some movie that my grandparents were watching, probably like in the early 80s on HBO. It was a horror movie where I just remember seeing this split second of a movie where a head got chopped off of somebody, and the head fell to the ground, and the mouth and eyes were still moving for a second. And it just and I was reminded of that. It was like a flashback whenever Glenn's head got pounded into mush, and his arms were still twitching.
Yeah.
And my son said, he's still moving.
Yeah, like a chicken with his head cut off. Exactly.
Yeah, and I was like, I was younger than 10, I think, but he's 10 years old, and he was the one who said that. And I was just like, God, it was just a flashback that I had of that. And
I don't know.
It scared me.
Well, to me, it was a very powerful episode, and being that I read the comic, I feel that it needed to be shown how bad Negan really is. You say you've read other places.
Yeah, just online blog.
I just know he's probably the worst character that I can remember.
Yeah.
But there you go. Walking Dead.
I did pick up the last episode of the. I can't believe I even did this, but the last comic. I was in the bookstore and I picked up the last comic that was available at that bookstore, and I was like, oh, this is the newest one or whatever. And I flipped open the back cover, and what I saw was like, I wonder if it's going in that, if the show is going in that direction of the scene that I saw in the and I don't want to say it out loud because it's a dead spoiler, but it's a premonition of what happened, I guess, in this episode. So
all I know is I was when Abraham got it at first, I was actually surprised because it didn't happen that way in the I think he was already dead. I think
that's what I read. Yeah.
So, but did you enjoy it, or are you going back to the show?
I don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice.
Loves it.
The family loves it.
I actually turned to him and said, "Yeah, like you said, Josh, it jumped the shark." I was kind of turned off last year a little bit, and I was just like, I don't know. I could move on. What is this, 7 years? I don't know.
Let's go back to the Smurfs.
I don't think it jumped the shark. I think it's just it's changing. It's evolving.
Yeah.
People are the problem, not zombies.
Right. I've always said that.
Well, that's really truly what it is in this show.
Yeah.
That's who you got to look out for. All right, I think we've said enough.
This could be a little mini episode, the
Yeah,
Walking Dead episode.
Could. Well, we've cut about 17 times in this episode. Sorry about all the technical difficulties if you're watching live.
We've been drinking.
Yeah, we've also been drinking. No, we haven't. Join us every week, Wednesdays. How do I switch this? Wednesdays. Switch. Every Wednesday at 5 Central Time. You can check us out here on YouTube.
I think your thing is wrong. Where it says CST, shouldn't that be
Central Standard Time.
Daylight Savings Time?
No, it's Central Standard Time.
No, that changes. CST and DST. Or
No.
CDT.
No.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes,
Because it
does.
changes everywhere. So you don't know what you're talking about. Let's call this a show.
This is a show.
Yeah.